currently training in Pattaya, Thailand. It's pretty good. It's very good. Training here in Thailand's beautiful. I love the place. Fell in love with the place, and see myself spending a lot of time here in Thailand in the future.
Goodness. Good. There you go. Move, Big Bertha. I gotta push that bag. You let that bag back you up, Thomas. You gotta fight that bag. Don't let the bag back you up. You saw how you stopped that bag? Yeah, you gotta control the bag. Good, Thomas. See? A little slippery back there. Good. Out of control.
I started training with Tyson in England, Morecambe Bay.
It's awkward. He boxes like he's like a middleweight. Do you know what I mean? Like a sort of not an amateur boxer, but an amateur style, like jab, move, or like pick your shots and move. Like he ain't meant to fight like that. And I was like, there was at some point, yeah, when I was getting frustrated with like all the movement and everything, and yeah, but I feel like we're stylistic.
Moses Itauma linking up with Tyson Fury is massive news, and the whole boxing world is talking about it. Training alongside a man who's been at the very top changes a fighter. Let's see what the pros are saying. Before we dive into the reactions, let's rewind and see how this all started.
Yeah, big control of the bag. Good, Moses. Good, Tyson. Good. I know it's tricky over there.
Derek Chisora doesn't hold back here, admitting the matchup against Moses Itauma was a mismatch from the jump. Even with the weight cut looking sharp, Chisora knows deep down that stepping into the ring with a young lion like Itauma, fresh off Fury's camp, was never the smart move for anyone at this stage.
In his career. Anytime you take a fight with the young lion to go box him, you're mad. They offered me that fight, they're like, oh, Derek, His Excellency wants you to fight Moses Itauma. I like, bad connection. I can't hear you, bad connection. Can't hear you, bad connection, yeah. I was like, and they try to call back, I'm like,
Do you ultimately think it's because it was just the wrong fight to take?
It's the wrong fight to...
Frank Warren puts real respect on Moses Itauma's name here, and rightly so. Facing that level of opposition inside just 14 fights is unheard of in the heavyweight division. With Fury now in his corner for the Hrgovic fight, Itauma's resume only gets scarier from here.
His age, yes, and where he's at, he's got to be, I think. And, you know, and what he's doing, and the quality of the opposition. You know, for a heavyweight, and you look at his resume, you look at, you know, his last 4 or 5 opponents. They're well-known names, big names, and he's done it in style, in absolute style. I can't think of any heavyweights who've fought that quality of opposition with him.
Now this is exactly why Tyson Fury being in Moses Itauma's camp means everything. Fury, a man who's beaten the very best, is telling the world Itauma will wreck every so-called old guard name in the division, from Usyk to Anthony Joshua to Deontay Wilder. Bold words from the Gypsy King himself, and it's got everyone buzzing ahead of Hrgovic.
Ago, when he was 37. Boxing's young man's game and he waits for nobody. So here's the opinion, you've heard it here first. Moses Itauma will wreck all them old men out of the division. Usyk, AJ, Miller, whoever there is who's old, Zhang, whoever else there is, Luis Ortiz, all these big names of the past are all a spent force. And even the world champion now, they took my belts and give them to Usyk, Moses will wreck him. because he's a young man versus an old man.
Hrgovic's own trainer is comparing Moses Itauma to a young Mike Tyson, which says everything about the fear factor Itauma already carries at this early stage. But the trainer's message is clear too. Hrgovic isn't intimidated, and that mindset alone could make this a real fight for the ages.
Well, absolutely. He's a young Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was doing the same thing when he came up until he met somebody that wasn't afraid of him, and Filip wouldn't be afraid of him if he fought him anyway.
Joseph Parker knows a genuine talent when he sees one, and he's calling Moses Itauma sharp, improving, and ready to be tested. With Hrgovic expected to come forward and apply pressure, this fight could genuinely prove Itauma belongs among the very elite of the heavyweight division.
Very talented, very sharp, only getting better and better with each fight. And this will be a good test for him, because Hrgovic is no slouch, and no one is just going to come easy and try and give it to him, you know? Hrgovic will be throwing punches, chasing him down. And if Moses can deal with that and look impressive, then you know he's ready for the...
Straight from the man himself. And this is exactly the mentality that has fans and pundits so hooked on Moses Itauma. He isn't chasing the highlight reel knockout, he's chasing the game plan. And with Tyson Fury guiding his preparation, that discipline could be the difference against a dangerous operator like Hrgovic. It's calm, calculated, and honestly a little bit scary for the opposition.
I mean, that's my game plan, but that's what I hope for, but I never really go focusing on a knockout. I just focus on sticking to the game plan. And if it leads to a knockout, it leads to a knockout. If it don't, it don't. So I'm not really too focused on that, but we'll see in it.
Filip Hrgovic throws down the gauntlet here, and it's the sharpest challenge Moses Itauma has faced so far in words. Untested chin, untested heart, that's the accusation, and Hrgovic is promising to find out exactly what Itauma is made of. This is the storyline that could define the entire fight, skill versus true grit, and it's set up perfectly heading into fight night.
I don't know. I don't believe he's... for right now, I don't believe he's so good, because he was never in trouble. He never really received a good punch. So we'll see. One thing is to have a good skills and to be a good boxer, and another thing is to be a warrior. So you have that or you don't have that. So you can't teach that. You can't learn that to be a warrior, to have a heart, to have a chin, to go down, to come back and continue to fight. So we'll see, you know, maybe he's next great, and maybe he's just a hype job, you know. And because for right now, he did an amazing job, you know, for right now, but he never received a real punch. He never fought anyone who fight back.
Adeola Daipo predicts fireworks, backing Moses Itauma to eventually get the job done against Hrgovic, but not without a real scrap along the way. That word of caution matters here, because it lines up perfectly with Hrgovic's own warning that Itauma has never truly been tested. This fight might just be the one where we finally see how Itauma responds under real pressure.
Moses is almost like I don't know, he's starting kind of from scratch, really. But I do think people are going to get behind him once he ices Hrgovic, and I do expect him to ice Hrgovic as well, but he will come through some trouble.
Even the undisputed king of the division, Alexander Usyk, is giving Moses Itauma his flowers, calling him a great fighter at just 20 years old. When the very man Fury once lost his belts to is talking up Itauma like this, it tells you just how seriously the entire boxing world is now taking this Hrgovic fight.
My name is Itauma, Moses Itauma. I think he's a great fighter. The young, 20 years, yeah?
20.
Yeah, 20 years. I think Itauma have big future.
Hrgovic keeps the respect there for Moses Itauma as a person and a fighter, but make no mistake, once that bell rings, none of that matters. He's made it clear that beating Itauma is simply the job in front of him, and with Fury now shaping Itauma's camp, this clash of mentalities is only getting more intense as fight night approaches.
Of course, I respect him as a man, as a fighter. I'll send you later when he's a good guy, but we'll fight, you know. He's getting beating, man. So it is.
This is the mindset that has Tyson Fury and so many pros believing in Moses Itauma's future. Belts on the line or not, his focus stays locked purely on the man in front of him, Filip Hrgović. That kind of tunnel vision, paired with elite-level camp preparation under Fury, is exactly the recipe that turns talented prospects into genuine world champions, and Itauma seems to understand that better than most fighters his age ever could.
Not really, like, the belts just come with the performance. With boxing Hrgović, I was taking him serious, and now that the belt's on the line, I still take him serious, nothing's changed. Like, I still want to beat him as much as I did before the belts were on the line. So like, of course, it'll be an honour, and I'd love to be a world champion, but it's about Filip Hrgović himself, you know.
Filip Hrgović isn't playing nice anymore, and this is about as direct a warning as you'll hear in boxing. Claiming he'll physically throw Moses Itauma out of the ring is bold talk against a fighter who has looked untouchable so far. But that's exactly what makes this fight so dangerous. Hrgović genuinely believes his power and strength can end the hype train right here, and Itauma will need every bit of Fury's guidance to prove him wrong.
Moses Itauma is a very strong guy, but I'm a stronger guy and I'm gonna throw him out.
Hrgović is now openly predicting a first-round knockout, and he's promising to abandon his usual slow-starting style just to test Moses Itauma's toughness immediately. That's a huge gamble against a fighter this sharp and this well-prepared under Tyson Fury's watch. If Hrgović comes out that fast and that aggressive, we could be in for one of the most explosive opening rounds heavyweight boxing has seen in years, and honestly, Itauma looks more than ready to answer that call.
Your manager Keith Connolly there said about a first-round knockout. Do you think you could knock him out in the first round?
Of course, man.
Yeah.
Look this. Touch this.
You're strong, mate.
Fuck, man, I'm strong like a rock. I can knock out a horse.
Yeah.
So, of course I believe, and he start fast. You know, don't start fast. I'm slow starter, but this fight I will start fast. I must train to start fast, and I wanna get into the fight with him. I don't wanna box too much with him. I wanna get into the fight and see how.
Dave Allen is going all in on Moses Itauma here, predicting a cold, brutal stoppage inside 3 rounds. He believes Itauma's speed simply won't allow Hrgović the time to land anything meaningful, even with Hrgović coming forward and having a real go. With this level of belief from someone inside the sport, plus Fury's influence behind the scenes, the pressure on Hrgović to prove the doubters wrong has never been higher.
I think Itauma stops Hrgović in 2 or 3.
Do you think he puts him out cold?
I think he knocks Hrgović out cold, yeah.
Cold.
I think he does. As good as I think Hrgović is, and he will master good for me, I just think Itauma is all wrong for him, because Hrgović just stands up tall, straight shots. I think Itauma will just be miles too fast for him, because Hrgović is going to come and have a go. Hrgović is going to try and knock Itauma out, which is great. But I just think...
And we're still yet to see if he's got whiskers.
Of course, yeah, but I just think Itauma is going to hit him first.
This fight is about far more than a title defense. It's about proving Moses Itauma is the real deal on the biggest stage possible. With Tyson Fury now directly in his corner, Itauma isn't just training harder, he's thinking like a genuine world champion, and that mentality alone could be the difference on fight night. If Moses wins, and does it in the style everyone from Frank Warren to Usyk is predicting, this stops being hype completely. This becomes a changing of the guard, and every so-called old name in the heavyweight division should be worried. But if Filip Hrgović shocks the world, and lands that first-round power he's promising, the entire hype train stalls overnight and Hrgović becomes the man who finally exposed the gap between potential and proven. Mentally, Itauma looks calm, focused, almost unbothered by the noise. while Hrgovic looks like a man with absolutely nothing to lose and everything to prove. That hunger could be the most dangerous weapon in this entire fight. Who wants it more? Who's really ready when the lights go on? Drop your prediction below, tell us who you've got winning this one, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of this heavyweight showdown.